your girl, Miss Finesse, and you are now tuned in to season 4, episode 1 of the Not From Concentrate podcast. How are y'all doing? Happy New Year. I know we are 26 days in. Well, by the time y'all see this, well, if you're watching live, then you're seeing it now. But if you watch it on the replay, you know it comes out every Sunday, so that'll be the 30th, you feel me? So I do know it's a little bit into the new year, but it's still the new year, you feel me? So how y'all been? How y'all doing? I hope it is good. Y'all blessed and highly favored. Do not copyright strike me. But as you can see, we got some folks here, you feel me? And I want them to introduce themselves because they are going to be spreading some light on their experience of the experience that I had, but we'll get to that. So Shasta, you up first, you in the top corner. So ladies and gentlemen, Shasta.
Hello, everyone. Okay, well, is my handle scrolling on the since 2016. Only missed one, and then because of Rona and her children, we had to pause real quick. But we back and we here. So yes, follow me. And if you need traveling or financial help, I got you.
You. Next we have on the docket, Teddy. I let the people know who you are, Teddy.
Hi guys, I'm nobody. I am Teddy. I'm Teddy Renee. I do a lot. I do the most. Just follow me on Instagram. You'll see it. But I've been traveling with the Greek Travel Adventures
Network.
Network. Okay, whatever. Since as long as Shasta, she was my second roommate. We met on the second trip, and we were roommates ever since until this trip because I wanted my own room. Still love her. We're still roomies forever. And yeah, that's it. I'm in the DMV area. I'm in Charles County, so near Waldorf. Yeah, catch a flight to Cancun, catch a flight to Waldorf. It's all the same thing. But I'm so excited.
And we do have a third person pulling up. She'll be up here real soon. She's trying to get her life together. So when she come, I'll let her introduce herself. But yes, so as you can see, we all met on the Greek Travel Network. One of the many businesses that I have. I don't have many. I just feel like it sounds good. And in this particular episode, because usually I have a different structure, but we're about to do STS real quick and talk about our experience in Panama. Panama. All right, so if y'all don't follow your girl on her personal Instagram or Snapchat or anywhere really in my socials, if you do or don't, you should know that I was in Panama. If you don't follow me, but still. So we were in Panama this past January 13th
to the 17th.
Yeah, we were. And I just want y'all to know, because I know I had a great time. I know they had a great time. But, we all had different experiences, even though we were together. So I just wanted to bring some folks on to let them know how, or to let y'all know our experience. And if you don't travel, why you should travel. And if you do travel, you should know then. So whoever wants to go first, tell us about y'all flight into Panama.
My flight into Panama was very direct because I live in Atlanta, so that was a straight flight.
Out here.
My only discrepancy was the abuela that was sitting on me and thought that I was supposed to speak the same language as her because we looked the same, and she was highly upset at that.
The liquor?
No, it was an
abuela, like the drink.
Yeah, I was like, the liquor.
Because that shit was good.
It was an old granny and her daughter, and they were a part of the handicap crew, and we sat in the same row. And she thought that I spoke Spanish because I looked just like her, and she was very upset that I did not speak Spanish. And I had to tell her, I'm so sorry.
I can definitely see that. I can see that.
So yeah, so now I have a new Panamanian grandmother and sister. They adopted me. So yeah, my flight was cool. It felt long as hell though. Sorry, something scared me. It felt long as hell. because it was on. Even though they said it was supposed to be like 3 hours and some change, it felt like 6. I don't know why. It just felt mad long.
It did feel long, but it was good for me because me and KG was in first class. And we had two legs to our flight. So
yeah. So you talk about yours, and I'm gonna talk about mine.
Yeah, because KG, I was about to fall off the wheelchair for you, baby. I was gonna fall off.
I was like, somebody needs to pass out. I am on the way.
Yes. So I came from DCA to Atlanta with the majority of the folks that flew from the East Coast. We all ended up in Atlanta on the same flight. And that was on the way there that KG's flight was like, she was about to get left.
Yes. About to get left, boy.
About to get left. So go ahead, KG. You tell them about your adventure because mine was uneventful. Okay. I just got on one plane and got drunk and then got on the other plane and got more drunk and tried to KG, where you at? We loading, we boarding.
Yes, the messages to KG was rapid fire. Like, hey, where you at? You on a plane? Are you on a plane?
And her seat was right behind mine. So I was like, okay, she's not here. Where is she?
Bro, ever since we almost didn't make it to Mexico, this has been happening. So I came from Philly to Atlanta, then Atlanta to Panama. So there was a 6 a.m. and a 6:45. So me and everybody else who left from Philly, we all were there at the same time, but they got on the 6 a.m. flight. For whatever reason, they didn't put me on the 6 a.m. flight. I was trying to change my flight. They were like, you're still going to have plenty of time. The ticket said I was supposed to arrive at E33, and then E34 is where we were departing. So I said, cool, no worries. We pull up, I'm at F34. And if you know anything about the Atlanta airport, there is a tram I have to take to the other side or to get to the other gates. So now I am booking it. I'm already tired. Booking it because all I had was a shot for breakfast. I don't drink. So and that's it. No water, no food, no nothing. So first off, shout out to holding me down because they got me nourishment and everything. But anyway, so I'm booking it like as fast as mine can possibly go. I'm running. Okay, I finally get to the tram and I'm like, Maddie, what is going on? What is going on? She's like, KG, where are you at? They're starting the board. We're still, there's still a lot of room because it was a big flight. So that's one of the things that saved me. There was a lot of people to get on. It's still a lot of people, but you need to hurry up. So I'm booking. Boom, I'm like, Maddie, I'm on the train. As I'm running, I hit E. So I was like, okay, I'm at E. And I'm like, Maddie, what's going on? There's still some time, but you don't slack. I'm running and I have to like stiff arm an old lady out of my way. Why are you just standing there? People got flights to catch. So I saw this lady, she fumbles a little bit. She didn't really fall, but she fumbled. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And I'm pucking a little bit. So I finally get to the gate and I'm like, I made it. So I made it. And there's like still 40 people I need to get on this. I'm like, Maddie, I'm thinking there's only be you and 2 other people. There's like 40 people left. But I'd rather be there early than late. So they got me some pizza to eat, thank God. And then, we all squatted up on the plane and we flew. Then on the way in, first of all, it was my Founders Day, so Delta actually gave us a shout out, which I'm mad I didn't know about because I would have recorded that. She just did out of nowhere. She was like, special announcement, shout out to the ladies at Delta Sigma Theta. I'm like, you could have told somebody, but anywho. So on the way there, it was like the last 30 minutes. They were like, buckle up, everybody. We're about to hit bad turbulence. So I'm like, okay. Do you know the plane shook twice? And then we just landed.
The turbulence wasn't even turbulent.
You got the what's the name sitting down. There was like got the people sitting down. They collecting all drinks. So like, okay, guys, prepare for what? But I ain't complaining because I hate turbulence. So that was good, and the views were amazing. Oh,
how about I missed all of that because I was asleep?
Really?
I slept the entire flight in on that second leg.
You and homeboy next to you was getting lit. He kept getting like rum and coke.
And and every time I would feel him get another drink, I'd be like, I'm too sleepy to get a drink. Go back to sleep. Like I ate late. I had a little salmon plate. That shit was bomb. It was good.
That ham cheese plate, they had like an apple margarine on it. Like I don't know what it was. It was good. On the way back, yes. It was very, very good. On the way back, they had a frozen salmon. I'm like, I'm in first class. What is this? But we're not talking about that yet. So then we get there, right? So okay, boom. Now we land. Y'all go.
We land. What do we do?
We waited for everybody to come out. Teddy got new
Well,
sunglasses.
my
And some Ray
experience.
Bans because I lost my last set of sunglasses at Swim Fit, and all of my other glasses, I don't know
That's
what
what
happened to
so well.
them, and so I needed some shade. So I stopped at duty free and got me some Ray Bans, and was trying not to get all of the perfume because my bag was already heavy.
See, my experience was a little different because I was in a wheelchair. So just a, prefix or description. I was in week 5 of recovery of emergency gallbladder surgery. So my trip was a little limited. I still had a great time, but I got off the plane with a wheelchair. They was there, ready to take you, girl. And I'm like, wait, I want to stay with the group. He like, you meet after security. I'm like, okay. Because if you throw me off
because
this
everybody was
wheelchair,
looking
we're
for
going to
you.
have to fight.
Everybody
He was ready to push me.
Everybody was looking for you. Like, where did Shasta go? They're like, we're waiting for her. I'm like, did she get off the plane? Because we went to the bathroom.
I got off the
Shasta
plane.
go?
I got off the plane, and literally, I said, "I'm with them." He said, "You meet them after security." So he literally rolled me downstairs and went through. We went through customs, and then that's when he's like, "Okay, how many suitcases you got?" I said, "I only have one." So my suitcase come out literally immediately. So he's like, "Okay, well, where are we going?" So that's when I had to look in the Discord, like, "Well, where's the area?" So of course, finessing ass Mir, he's standing right there with me, and he's like, I'm like, we got to go through another security thing so they can check our bag. He like, all right. I'm like, the man like, well, come on, and pretty much tells him to come with us. So now it's me, Mir, and the man pushing me going through the second security thing for them to check our bags, and then of course he didn't fill out the custom paper that you got to fill out to get off the plane. Mm-hmm. So he got added to mine. Talking about they didn't give me a pen. Like, sir, you are not. Where's your paper? Where is your paper? So Mir went through that second part easily because he apparently was with me.
That man, and now that's what we're going to talk about. But that's towards the end. Finesse. A lot of people didn't fill out the second paperwork because they're like, we already did it. But I'm like, the square that so apparently now when you go to different countries, there's like a affidavit you got to fill out, which I feel like they did anyway. But now
they did anyway. But it's like 2 affidavits now. One for just the country in general. Because you have to declare, like, if you got over $10,000, bringing in stuff. That is something that has always been in place.
Always been a thing.
The other one is like the COVID affidavit that you got to sign. But this was a regular get in the country affidavit. Like, sir, why didn't you fill this out on the plane?
Yeah, I don't know what, because Kai also was on the side talking about it was the customs form.
Yeah.
It was the customs form. And I'm like, you always have to fill out a customs form. Why y'all not?
They were sitting in the same row.
Nah, nigga.
They were sitting in the same row. So
yeah, like you always fill out the customs code form. Like that, period. Or your ass ain't going nowhere.
Correct. So yeah, we saw her. First off, going through customs, it was okay. It wasn't that, everybody was panicking about this affidavit that we had to do. Because at first they wasn't trying to let me in. Oh, that's what I meant to say. So when my flight was at 6:45, so I got there at like 3, because even though I have global entry and TSA pre-check.
Oh my God.
Here's what I meant to mention. Sorry, let me run it back real quick. So I'm waiting in line. And I have on a Delta hoodie because I'm a Delta. And the man,
oh my God, here she
listen, no, because the guy behind me was like, you must really like Delta Airlines. Oh my gosh. Mind you, on the back, it says intelligence is the torch of wisdom. And I have things representing that I'm not just here for Delta, the airlines. But he was, he was. So we're going to ignore that. So then,
hold on. He was.
Yeah, he was. So I'm just going to ignore that. So then I get to the front, and the man, first off, wasn't trying to take my thing. He was like, your name has to be on the square. I'm like, it is on the square. Oh, where's your email? Here's my email. He was like, oh, I guess. Man, if you don't, Okay, whatever. So he let me through because I'm like, bro, everything you asked for, I had, but okay. So then I get to TSA pre-check and okay, so when I travel, I do a lot. I'm the photographer, I'm the cinematographer. So this time I carried a drone with me that some could say looked like a ammunitions case. It looked like a media case to me. It is a media
No,
case.
it was a gun case.
It looked like
it
a
was
tank.
a gun case.
It's a tank.
So they give me a random search. I'm like, yo, I'm always assuming that they're gonna stop me because they don't know half the stuff in the case what it is. But they did like I was I don't want to say
a terrorist
criminal.
Get that. They had a GSS check my, and I think because I kept my necklace on, they kept saying, "What do you have metal on you?" I'm like, "Yo, I emptied out my pockets. Y'all can see me. I took off my hoodie. Like, what is going on?" But I still have my necklace on, so I think that's why they kept saying, thought I was lying. So they did all that, and that's when I was let through. So that's what I meant to say beforehand. I had the
so
girl.
You was strip search.
Basically, I was randomly selected. I was not randomly selected. Get the fuck about it. It's 3 a.m. I was not randomly selected. There's 4 of us who went through the thing in the first place. Anyway, jump back to Panama. So we get downstairs. We're waiting on everybody. All right, now y'all take over.
So we get to Panama. We come outside, and the buses are there. So of course, GTA hooks us up with transportation from the airport. Okay,
yes, they did. But can we pause? Can we pause right there? Right. The heat when you walk.
I was going to get there. Try to give them a shout out.
But you already talked about the trip. The heat when you walk through the door was like, wait a minute. I can't. I got asthma. I feel like I'm suffocating.
It didn't even feel like that in Jamaica. Jamaica wasn't that hot. Panama was hot.
Bruh. It was so humid, but it wasn't humid as far as sticky. And it was almost like a dry humid, but not overwhelming. But it was still like, if you had on a hoodie, because, everybody was coming from cold climates. So everybody had on sweats. When I tell you people was about to die, okay? And then the water that they gave was lukewarm. It had a little mist of coldness on it.
Bro, that was embarrassing. Talking about some chilled water. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed.
Okay, I'm sorry, Teddy. You can keep going, but I had the heat is what got you the first.
But you know what? The heat wasn't even that bad. Like the worst heat that I've ever experienced, and I don't know why or who in the SG Row hood world said let's do boule in Palm Desert, California. That shit was horrible. Like that was that. So with that Panama heat, it was like humid.
It was bearable.
So it wasn't horrible. Like I'm comparing heat to dry ass desert heat. The wind blow and feel like your skin is peeling off.
Right.
But it was hot, and it was one of them sexy hots. Like when you start to sweat, you see it kind of
not sexy.
You do a little
natural highlight be showing you be all glistening. It was cute.
That's hilarious.
It was cute. So we're on the bus, right?
Yeah.
We drove to the resort. We get to the resort.
No, before we get to the resort, Mir, you're gonna hear that name quite a bit. Jesus. Literally try to get us to stop to get food. I'm like, Mir, we can't wait till we get to the actual resort. Nah, man, because I was like, sir, what is going on? But I will say Panama as a city is small because a lot of the main attractions I wanted to see, you see on because our resort was on the beach side. So it took us about an hour to get to where we had to go. And
that's only because it was traffic.
Yeah, Panama City and all the little like the museums and all that, the canal, everything's like bam right there. I'm thinking we had to, go around some stuff, but nope, it was right there. So that's a good thing. On your way, if you go to the resorts we were because we were, like I said, a little bit of ways down, you get to see everything. So that was good. But yeah, so we get to the resort.
I missed what the tour guide lady was saying because I had my headphones in. What was she saying about their dry season and like the water that was
pretty much it floods. So when you go, so going into the city, you pretty much go through the city and then you get on this long freeway style thing so you can see the skyline. But under it, I thought was the ocean, was not the ocean.
Right, it was just mud.
Flooded land.
Yeah,
that had like swept into the city, and I don't mean like a border. It was like literally in somebody's backyard. So it looks like the ocean. It's not the ocean. It's really like flooded land, and It was crazy. So, but the view of the city, like the skyline, is beautiful because when you're coming in and you're going out of it, you can see the skyline. You can see the actual Panama Canal, the boats and ships and stuff, the mountains, everything.
Yo, but their buildings, like I don't know what I was expecting as far as like architecture, but like they're like
New York style,
Dubai, but that shit was nice.
Yeah,
like, it was
they
way
were
better
tall.
It was more than what I expected. It was so nice. Like
they're about to be amazing.
Everything is like spread it out. So their heights
they actually had a skyline, right?
But they're spread it out. They're not next to each other. So that's why. And then Erica, the thick K, she gonna say, now if this thing starts swaying, it's going down. But the skyline is beautiful. But yeah, during flood season, it literally floods the city. That's the only thing. So if you do have an issue with like heights and stuff, I would just say don't sit next to the window because you're gonna be a little scared. Because again, I thought it was the ocean. It wasn't the ocean. It was the city. So yeah. And then you like go to the jungle. It's like it's like a part of the freeway segment. It has like a cage like that. And then you go into the jungle. And then that's when you like, all right, where are we going? I feel kidnapped. Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I missed all of that. I had my headphones in, I was jamming.
Because for the most part, Panama, the weather that we experience is regular Panama. But they said during the rainy season, it can rain for weeks at a time, like nonstop. Mm-hmm. That's what it was. I'm like, hey, yo, that's crazy. That's why they have to be so far inland, and they have to have that big gap because when the water rises, they would have been over for your people.
Did they say when their rainy season was? What time of year?
We just missed it. So the rainy season is from.
You and these church vocals.
It's from September to December.
In the middle of thinking.
It's from September to what?
September to December, I believe, and I had to do research.
Oh, okay.
So that makes sense why all the stuff. I thought it was apparently it was mud.
It was. I'm telling you, it was mud and sand.
And I didn't realize it was mud. So I saw birds walking on it. I was like, birds can't walk on water. That is not water.
And then, like, literally on the way in, you can see water, mud, sand, city. Which, if you go to my YouTube, and I'll post a link in here when I'm done, because it should be done by the time I'm done. By the time this is posted officially, because like I said, if you ain't catching the live, we live, baby. If you catch the live,
gang shit,
you'll see it again on Sunday. But I think, on my YouTube video, I'll show that. But anywho, back to where we were. So we
arrived.
Yeah, so we get to the resort.
We arrived.
I thank you so much, resorts, for trying to take our luggage. No. Y'all take
I let them take mine. Fuck that. My bag was heavy. And yeah,
they took my luggage too.
And I you know what? God told me get them to take your luggage because I didn't even know how far 530 was compared to the elevator. So God already knew. No, seriously. He was like, nah, like get that man. You paying for this resort. They got a bellboy. Get that luggage rolled up to your room. And I sure enough did. And thank you, because that was a walk. Okay. The champagne made it okay.
Yes.
It was a walk.
So when we got there, they gave us these refreshing towels. Because again, the heat. Ooh. So they gave us these refreshing towels to like zap ourselves with. And then we was of course we had to do COVID stuff. So that took about like for me, because I was one of the first people off the bus.
This is my first.
It took about 5-10 minutes for real, because you have to fill out like
basically
it's another affidavit. You have to fill out another affidavit, give them your passport, all that jazz. But they was giving us champagne, and I know I had at least 4 glasses, and. So we were drinking while checking in, and then of course you could leave your bag or take your bag, and then you pretty much go up these grand old stairs up to the dining room.
I didn't do that
either. Then at that point it's on and popping because the bartender Jonathan was right there with the drink.
He was
ready.
Not y'all knowing this man's name
though. It was Jonathan and it was
my bags went with me. Okay,
those are my dogs.
Look, the guy, you talking about leave your bag or take your bag? No, the guy put my bag on the cart, rolled the cart to the elevator. We got on together. We walked to the room together. He unloaded my bag. He took my bag out of my hand. I didn't do them grand stairs until it was time to come downstairs to go to the club that night. I was like, oh, those stairs.
Oh no, I definitely got on the elevator.
Where's the elevator?
No, the elevator is about this big, y'all.
We were on the 5th floor. I never took the stairs unless I went to the 4th floor. Like, what is y'all doing? So I took my bags because I'm like, they take forever. I don't feel like waiting around for my stuff. So I took my and
I was also I was right behind Shasta, so
yeah, they didn't take forever to bring my bag.
I asked them to. I didn't.
But you were early.
You was on like champagne number 3 or 4, and I was like, oh, where's my room? You got a bellboy that can grab my bag, and he was like, oh, you need help with your bag? I was like, yeah, and he was like, okay. He tapped dude on the shoulder, was like, which one? I was like, the purple one. I was like, I'll take the little one. But the big one, and he was like, okay, threw it on the cart, grabbed a few other bags, and we was gone.
Yeah. By the time I went back down to get my bag,
it was like a mob. It was like we weren't in line. They had to be like, get in line. We're like, well, we're sort of in line.
Oh so. Yeah, I was done with y'all at that point. I was
y'all were long gone.
And I was right behind Shasta. Well, we do not be playing. We be like, get checked in, get out of these travel clothes, and get to the bar.
It ain't for me.
It was confusion.
When everybody gets checked in. See, y'all already know I don't believe in confusion, so I go straight to who I got to talk to. Y'all needed my passport? Okay, bet there you go.
Y'all already know I got kids, so I be like, hey, where we need to be, and how do I get to my room? Like,
yeah,
I need to get these clothes.
Hey, shout out to Billy and Xavier, we out here.
Hey.
Yeah, they're so adorable. I remember the first time. I'm about to get sidetracked, but hold on one second. The first time I ever met Billy was when Teddy was like, it was Easter time and she bit that girl in her Sunday school class. That's the first time I was ever introduced to Billy. The funniest thing.
Billy don't attend Sunday school, but it was school. Okay. It was school. And she bit. And I don't know what, I was just telling her a couple weeks ago about her little biting face. I'm like, bro, you bit your cousin on the cheek. Just randomly. Y'all were playing all nice. You were sharing. And then you was just like, and she's light skinned as hell. So she was bruised for weeks. And she's like, why would I do that? I was like, I don't know. You tell me. Why would you do that? The hell?
Hilarious. So we get to our rooms, and apparently this resort was deep because my room was 518. So you get off the elevator, and it's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. It wasn't 2-sided, which I think was another reason why it was so long.
Yeah, because I was expecting to skip a number, at least like all odds. And I was like, okay, 530 is 15 down. Then I was like 501, 502, 505.
On the right side, if you're getting off the elevator, it was open air. It was, you could look down. It was really pointless, honestly, because no. But on the left side, it was our room. So for me, I was 518, so it wasn't that far from the what's the elevator? But some like there was a 545. Mike had to go to 545.
I thought that I was like there has to be only maybe 5 more rooms passing. I thought it ended at like 535. As we got back and we've been in the Discord, it was like, nah, bro, I was 550. 5 what?
But no, you don't know why? Because there were rooms on the other side.
On the other side of the hotel, but
there were other rooms.
No, at the end of my hall kept going because what happened is the path on the backside. So all the rooms are beachfront, right? Nothing.
They all beachfront
of the property, which is a good thing because you never really have a bad view. So, but one day I literally just walked around the backside because I was curious how to get to the archery thing and stuff. I was under the assumption that maybe if I went down far enough, there would actually be an elevator or some stairs down there. I never saw them. Someone says they existed. I don't know.
No, they do. They exist.
I didn't see them. It didn't happen. However, I was also the whole trip. So intoxication, sometimes you miss shit. I don't know. But
right, because I thought some tea was about to be spilled.
No, that's why I was like,
I was sipping. Vacation, no.
But no, there was an elevator. It's so pretty much it's 2 elevators and then like stairs in between to go down. But again, if you miss it, you miss it. But the when I say it's a New York block, it's a New York block. Okay. And if you are drunk or intoxicated, inebriated, you gonna feel like you walking to Jesus because
Absolutely.
Take
I was
me
like, yeah,
to the King.
where is your room and why
And
is
that's
it so
where
high?
and see, that's what I thought. We were playing back like how everybody got bit by the no-see-ums. We're gonna talk about them in a second. But I I realized that walk on the backside of the rooms is how I got bit up. Because there was nothing, everything else that everyone else did to get bit, I wasn't a part of those things.
Oh yeah, and just so we give you a visual of how the bugs were bugging.
Not the bugs.
The front side is the
Hold on,
beach
let me see if I
view.
can pull
The
up.
back side where our hallway is the jungle. It was the jungle. Cause I saw so many bugs.
And it was thick. You can hear the monkeys. You can hear the monkeys out there. What we had? Well, hold on. Was it lemurs?
A lemur.
Was it?
We had a lemur. Steal
So,
somebody's.
At the resort, there was hermit crabs, lemurs. We all kept calling it a raccoon. It was a lemur, so that's how American we are. There was lizards. There was
the lizards.
The lizards was chilling.
The lizards were sunbathing.
They was trying to fellowship with us.
I never saw big lizards. I only saw the little baby joints, but there were tarantulas too. I'm glad I never saw that because I would have left.
The little macaw birds that kept cawing.
No, I'm glad I wasn't in the pool when that big ass lizard got in the pool.
I wasn't there. I'm trying to. Was that our resort?
I don't know. No, that's all I was looking. I was like, was that this trip or was that?
Yeah,
no. I was like, whatever it was. I'm glad I wasn't there because no.
Yeah, so it's 3 pools. So at the resort, it's 3 pools that you can go to. We had the preferred pool shut down, even though they hated us. I don't think that resorts understand the capacity of our group. Like they just think, oh, it's just like
where we're going next year, but that's
like it's just like 100 or 200 people. They're thinking like conference. No,
they're thinking we're 100 or 200 people, separate people booking under a group rate. No, darling, we move together.
Right,
we party together. We drink together.
That part. On top of the fact that we all black, so they definitely don't know how to handle that. So,
and we'll talk about that. That's a great thing when you're traveling and you know there's only but a few. Because if I see me and I see you, most likely we're together. Because when we first got there was barely anybody there. Like the first 2 days, there was like us and maybe 4 or 5 people, others. So that was a good thing. So when we got there, everybody got settled in, and y'all went to the pool.
Yeah,
I think I went to the pool the first day.
No, we went. What did I do?
No, the first day we went and we ate lunch. No,
we didn't.
We didn't eat lunch.
I don't know what we did. I think we played bingo.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, but it was dark outside when we played bingo. What we do during the day?
We got our stuff together because we got there at 2 o'clock. We didn't do anything.
We traveled to the resort.
I think
we traveled to the resort. We didn't do anything because it took us. So we got in around 2 o'clock. And we got there probably around like 3 because of customs and everything like that. So by the time we did anything, it was already like slick dark.
7 o'clock. It was.
So that night we ate and we went to the
play
pool.
bingo.
Played bingo and went to
the pool.
I took some pictures because, like I said, me and my other stores, we got some matching shirts, so we took pictures. I handed out wristbands, and so the first one was pretty much just chilling. They won bingo like old people usually do, back to back.
First of all, don't be talking about nobody age. This is not an ageist trip, okay? We support
everyone.
We invite all ages, all races, all affiliations, couples, singles, queers, others, everything. And no,
Jazz, let them know.
Bingo is not code for anything.
We were the resort.
Bingo.
Period.
Jazz.
Is bingo code for something else? No, it was legit bingo. That none of y'all came. Me and Teddy was sitting there, and the lady was like, "Hey, do you guys want to play bingo?" And of course, my old ass was like, "Hell yeah, I want to play bingo." Especially after she said you can win
There's
prizes.
yeah.
And
we
I
our prizes
definitely
was
want to
bottles
play
of liquor.
bingo.
It
And
was
then
what, champagne and wine.
as we were playing, she's like, "Oh, we're playing Panamanian style bingo." What the hell is that? So literally, Panamanian style bingo is a big cross and a little cross
in the middle of the board.
That's it. And then I was recruiting people to play bingo. So this old couple came to play with us.
Old. It was they were, you know,
they were in their late 50s.
Probably. Their late 50s.
But either way, I won. I mean, I won.
They both won. Teddy and Shasta won. I think
technically I won both, but I was like, let me spread the wealth. I'm not going to take my prize for the second game. And then she ended up switching bottles. We was fucked up at dinner.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, let's talk about dinner because that salmon tartare.
I didn't have the same. I had cooked
Oceana or whatever.
So there was 5 restaurants on the resort.
Yes.
So you had Oceana, the Marketplace,
Seaside,
Bordeaux, and the Pomeranian, whatever the one.
Portobello.
There you go. So Oceana was lit. It was so good. And I had the cooked salmon because I don't believe in doing raw fish. Raw ain't for me.
No, that pokey is delicious, baby.
No, don't do it. Nah,
you're Hawaiian, ain't you?
I know. I am Hawaiian.
You should be eating that.
And my family loves sushi. They love poke. They love acai. They love ahi. They love all that raw.
Mahi.
You don't like raw, KG?
I don't.
We look at KG don't like fish. She don't like meat.
I do like fish and meat.
So unfortunate. So unfortunate.
Anywho, so how was y'all food experience? Because I think if we go over day by day, it's gonna go a little hectic. So let's just try
no. So overall,
how was your food experience?
Oceana was good because let me tell you, that little creme brulee, it tasted like my grandmother's banana pudding cluster that she makes me that I know how to make. It was fine. I would get it. The Thai salad was good. Like Teddy said, the cream tartare was good. The salmon with the mashed garlic potatoes.
That was good.
3 vegetables.
What was my entree?
3 vegetables.
The only thing that wasn't good in that restaurant was the soup.
Yeah, the soup was trash.
The cream
was trash.
The cream wasn't cream. I got the muscle cream. I'm like,
we had both at our table, and it had a stringy, gritty texture.
Yeah,
like they didn't
it was nasty.
Like a banana leaf, they didn't take the streams out or something. It was
Oceanside was good. Oceanside was more like buffet style. It was like cool, but apparently the wings were fire. I was only able to get one wing.
Never had to.
I got one wing, y'all, because that was the only thing left on the platter. I got one wing. It was crispy, so I'll give it to him. It was good, but it was one wing.
Too. That was the first time I got there, the snack bar.
I wasn't able to go to Bordeaux because
neither was I. Oh my god!
You know what? I think I went to all of the restaurants except what was it? Ocean Grill,
Oceana, Seaside.
I did Bordeaux and the Porto, whatever.
Yeah.
What's the 5th restaurant?
The Marketplace, the breakfast.
Oh, we did breakfast there. The Marketplace, it turns into the French restaurant for dinner.
Yeah. Now the French restaurant was bomb. I had the chicken Parmesan.
That was
that was fire.
I should have listened because somebody said to get that. I got me and Egypt. I don't remember what we got, but we didn't get that. It was really runny and cheesy. It looked like loose ass macaroni and cheese. But again, I was drunk, so
that's unfortunate. That chicken parm was fire.
Now I will say the Porter whatever restaurant was delicious. However,
that's what we're talking about.
Is that it? No, Bordeaux. Sorry, Bordeaux was delicious.
I never made it to Bordeaux.
I never made it to Bordeaux because the night that I was gonna go, they were closed. So
yeah, I went the night before that, and when y'all were in Porter, whatever, I was in Bordeaux, and the food was fucking delicious, but they took forever. Like we were sitting there, I think a total time of almost maybe 2 hours But I think it's because I sat down by myself. They started getting my stuff together. And y'all know how we do. We see one of us sitting in there. We go sit at the table. Now we all got a table of 5. So I think they were trying to catch them up to the course I was on.
Y'all bring my stuff.
And then next thing you know, it was just, bro, where's my dessert?
And again, let's go back to, now that we're speaking about food, let's go back to the whole not being able to accommodate a big group because room service.
I was right.
Now I didn't have issue with room service. All I know is that one night it was some food at the door. We didn't order it, so whoever didn't get their food,
it was me, probably.
That chicken Caesar salad and that pasta was delicious.
I never had an issue with room service either, but I never got it late night. I always got it when we would come back from the excursion. So they didn't do excursions. I did at the crack of dawn, basically. So
I didn't do any excursions. I stayed on the resort the whole time, except for
every day
when we did the impromptu food tour.
3-4. So around that time, people would be out and about, people would be in the pool. So I always got my room service within 15-30 minutes. Everybody else was like, they were waiting hours.
That first night, they was just not answering the phone. They was like, we done with y'all. This is too much. I think everybody had to take a volume that day.
Nah, I actually got food the first night. I got the club sandwich. And it was good. I didn't expect it to have ham on it because usually a club sandwich got turkey on it or just like it was basically a hot ham and cheese. It was delicious. Now, Egypt convinced me that the wings was bomb, and that one night where everybody was up till 5-6 o'clock in the morning waiting on their room service, my shit never came. Or if it came, I was asleep. Okay, and I went to sleep at like 4 o'clock. I ordered it like midnight. If it came, I was dead to the world. Okay, so I don't know what the wings. I don't know what any. Do they even have chicken at this place? Because I didn't experience any of it.
That club sandwich was hitting. I ain't gonna hold you.
I ordered a chicken Caesar salad. And when I tell you the chicken Caesar salad was delicious.
The Philly cheesesteak was garbage. And I told myself, I knew.
Why would you get a Philly cheesesteak in Panama?
I know. But the bread was good. But
where's Mir? Where's Mir for that one? We need to slap me.
I live right here to Philadelphia. I know what an authentic Philly cheesesteak tastes like. But I was like, okay, it can't be that bad. They got steak, they got cheese. I can dress it up and make it real.
No, ma'am. No. The pico wasn't.
They gave me.
So no.
The pico was not.
They gave me short steaks. Like the steak was so thick.
Their guacamole was not guacamole. Like some stuff they just need to stay. Now the burger when you're
how does guacamole and pico not good? They a Spanish country.
No, it wasn't good.
Yeah, but they're not a country for like hospitality. And is that even a food that they really stay for?
No, it's not. That's not
Panamanian. That's something that they were doing for like the tourism piece. Because you know how how
nacho, like it was nasty. Don't do it.
Like how when we do tacos here, we be looking for sour cream and shit. But when we went to Mexico, they was like, oh, we don't do sour cream.
We ain't got no cream.
We don't do sour cream.
We got what's that chunky cheese they use? Cojito. No. Yeah, they don't use like mozzarella or regular cheese. They use that
you talking about the crumble cheese.
Yeah, that. I was like, yeah, I don't want that. They was like, well, this is cheese we got. I was like, well,
right. How you gonna disrespect their culture like that?
I wasn't, but I just asked. Well,
I know what good cheese is.
But no, I really, my one regret is I didn't get. The food tour was the last day, and I literally got up 2-3 days in a row to go on tour. So the last day, the food tour, I was wiped. I said I can't go.
Girl, the food tour was at 1 o'clock.
But I still was like, I needed a day to relax on the resort. And I'm mad that Delilah went to Peach Fuzz, and me and Alex never made it there. I was like, damn, that red snap.
That's the one thing that I wish I would have done. Like listening to everyone's trip, I clearly was on a different trip. Not like Delilah did on a different excursion of a trip. I was on a whole nother trip because after dinner, I was in my room down for the count for the night almost every single night except for the last night when Mir did his speech at the pool. I was up for that.
Listen.
I was up for that because
if you ever need an adventure, just bring Mir. Just bring Mir. If you ever need an adventure, just bring him. Him by himself is the adventure.
By himself.
All right. Oh, I got a picture of it. Hold on, here we go. So this is what the room service look like.
A picture of what? The negative
room
or the
service.
positive test?
He said, "I'll pay for that." I was like, "Oh,
Bruh,
okay."
Can we please talk about Operation Positivo
So,
Poppy?
we're gonna get there. So once again, COVID is a real thing. So as you can see, this is how they wrapped up the food, which I appreciate. Everything had.
I don't. It took me so long to unwrap that sandwich. You can't do that at night when people are drunk, and you don't have no scissors.
They gave you a knife.
The knife is wrapped.
It was still wrapped. The knife
Take
is
that
wrapped.
out first. Take the knife
is
out
wrapped.
first. Take the knife out first.
Good. I was able to take stuff off.
Man, it took me I was sitting there like, yo, there's still more. What the? I'm hungry.
The desserts were trash though. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
But all in all, I think we had a good food experience. Some people said it was bad. I was like, I don't think it was bad. Not at all.
Nah, I think the food.
You want to know why? People who say that food from other countries is bad are ignorant. And the reason why I say that is because you're comparing it to American food.
Oh my God.
Ignorant. Like, why do you think our burgers are going to taste the same?
Right.
We have all this GMOs, MSG, all this chemical stuff in our food. If you
BTS.
realize when you go to other places, most of their food is organic. America is not organic.
Yeah, I was gonna say people definitely forget like America's food restriction list is non-existent. Where in these other countries, half the shit we eat is on there. Now we don't serve that shit.
It's on a ban list. It's on a ban list. So that's what I'm saying. So if you go to a different country, now if food is bad, it's bad. But if you go to a different country and you say the food is disgusting because it's not like the food back home, you're ignorant as fuck.
Now, I will say I appreciated the amount of seasoning that they put.
They didn't hold back. They didn't
hold back on the seasoning. That's what I'm saying. Like the
Yacht
food
Week
is
being
not
our
bad.
last, Yacht Week being our last real trip, and how we had to teach how you had to teach our hostess.
Listen,
salt and pepper is
I
not
had
the only
to tell
season.
her, Emma, love you.
We love Emma,
baby. You need a little bit more heaviness on that hand.
You think it's
okay,
too much.
I said what I said.
Add a little bit more.
I said, well, you think it's too much? Add more. When I tell you that was the best curry she ever made in her life.
Best meal, bro.
Curry.
The day before we had lasagna, I never had tasteless lasagna a day in my life until we had Emma's.
Yes, and it's easy to have lasagna without flavor because you just it takes a lot.
She was like, I ran out of salt and
ran out.
Exactly. Season. Oh, and she didn't have. You know how like when we go shopping for a trip, we get the
back to Panama
with the little metal lid for the salt. We get the big seasons for everything. I will say that she is a very different woman now, and she went back and told all the other hostesses about seasoning after being with us.
They had a whole conference.
Like literally, you could boil salt out the water and use that. What you mean ran out of salt?
Now her forte was desserts because that strawberry pastry.
Yeah, they said desserts was fire.
That was
baby. She was a pastry chef for real. But anyway, back to Panama because
Panama.
So food
because we be traveling even during COVID.
Yeah, so we can address that later because we were 100% negativo, coming back.
99.9. That's 100.
It depends on who you ask. Which test you look at.
Yeah, right. Okay, so resort. How was the resort? So we stayed at the Dreams Playa Bonita. We usually stay at like Riu's when we travel places, but we did something different this time. So how'd you like the resort? How was that?
I think overall I would give it like a 7.5 ish.
Yeah,
we're rating on a scale of 10. But also because we're spoiled, y'all have spoiled us, especially on this trip. Like you said, we usually do the RIU resorts, and they are known for their tourism and their hospitality, no matter what the country. But it was just a lot of things here that I noticed because we do travel often, like just the upkeep of the property.
Yeah,
like the preferred pool. It
wasn't preferred.
It should have been the decommissioned pool. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we were sitting there and I was like, I was like the little thing in the pool that does the cleaning. That I was like, it's not on. Like you can see the things that need to be clean. It just
the man at the bar wasn't at the bar.
He wasn't at the bar. You know, like it was just
the bar that everybody hit up was, what was that bar called?
That's the
it was just a bar.
The swim up bar?
No, in the lobby.
Oh, in the lounge. Just a lobby
we
bar,
don't know what that bar was. It was just a bar.
Oh, the lounge
with Jonathan
bar, okay.
and Vladimir.
Y'all put them. I hope people tip them nice because they got put to work. You feel me?
Yeah.
I think at least from what I know, I think they were tipped well. Were they tipped as much as they should have been?
No.
But they were definitely not left empty-handed.
That's good.
But yeah, no. So this resort, I would definitely say is my least favorite out of the ones that we all been to. Now, food wise, Mexico was trash.
Yeah, I was gonna say now food wise, but like as far as like property wise, this was my least favorite only because it did not offer. I don't think it's meant for a young crowd because they didn't have activities like most resorts have. They didn't have themes or anything like that.
Mexico's food was trash again.
Mexico food was trash. Trash.
She did not make you repeat that for that damn sound effect.
Right. But like they didn't have any activities, and usually like the resorts be having like theme parties and just stuff. I think they were just overwhelmed in general, and it is COVID, because I'm just gonna say it's COVID, but I also feel like that's just how that resort is.
Well,
like, it's supposed to be for relaxing.
No, they used to have theme parties. Like they had like these dancers. They had they had the fireworks show, which they should have warned somebody about. Motherfuckers was ducking. I'm like, what are y'all doing? They're like,
they had fireworks. That was all late night stuff, though, right?
Oh, I missed all of that. I saw the
that was all at night. But no, I was talking to Akil at the pool, and he was explaining how like he did his research for Panama and how it's not typically like it's not a touristy location, so they're not really like their country makes their money off of like industry and sell.
Right.
And so where all these other countries
without that they're screwed.
Yeah, so like with the other countries, if they don't have tourism, then their economy is trashed. But for this country, it's like tourism is secondary, so
right.
Not going to
they don't need us.
You
they
know,
don't need us.
Yeah, so I was like, he compared it to like New York, and I was like, that makes so much sense.
In the next 10 years, they're going to be a major because they have an irrigation system. That's nothing. You could drink the water in Panama. You could brush with it. You could bathe with it. So that was a plus that we didn't have to use bottled water.
When the water was hot.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I took many a cold showers this trip.
Really?
When it wasn't cold, it was hot.
You know, it was because I literally sat there the first day and was like trying to figure out the centimeters of where to put the knob on the shower because I was like, okay.
It was a struggle, and then they have the shower heads up top.
They got the waterfall shower head.
You can't miss it.
Right. So. But I do appreciate that. But the first night I wasn't, if you're not wetting your hair, it's a struggle because you gotta have good neck skills to be in that shower. Cause
good what skills?
Ladies, I have to go. But
good what skills?
Hi, Jess. Thank you for showing up.
Oh, you heard what I said. I ain't repeating myself.
Shout out. Thank you for everybody in the comments who've been pulling up. We've been seeing y'all. Been putting y'all on the screen. So if you live, drop a comment. Let us know. You'll get on the screen too. But continue.
But yeah, so the room I'm going to say was nice. The view from the room of like Teddy said, everybody had a beach view, so it was great. If you was on the upper floors, like in the upper room, then you had a great view. Because you saw everything. You saw the whole resort and everything. Now, what I did notice, they turned out the lights at night. So if you was down there, like just strolling on, you could have got snatched up by a lemur or a tiger or whatever big cat animal Panama got because they cut off the lights. Like there is no night light at the resort. After a certain time, they cut off everything because I walked out there like I was drunk, of course, going to the like I was in the room, but I was looking outside. I was like, where are the lights at?
None.
Nothing. It was complete darkness. So if you was out there just strolling along, you was in darkness. I don't think
I'm
that's
gonna tell you
safe.
when what's her face put that fucking raccoon in the Discord that first
Yes.
night, I was like,
Hey yo,
what the
lemur.
fuck is that? I was
The
like,
lemur.
that is not a raccoon.
What is the Zuma food?
I was like, I don't have the mental knowledge to say what that is, but it's not a raccoon.
No,
Because
I was mad at the night that we was down there, and everybody, we was in the lobby, y'all. We was in the lobby. People were going to the elevator to go to their room, and you hear them screaming, and they like, it's an animal. But then I jump up, but then everybody else just stops. I'm like, so are they coming? Is it coming near us? Is it not coming near us? Like, what? I'm trying to understand because everybody just stopped moving. I'm like,
it's an animal.
Is the tiger coming? I just want to know, is the tiger coming? Because everybody just stopped.
Just the animal, not no description.
Y'all.
Just the animal. No, those are cute little lemurs. That motherfucker in the Discord was not that small.
It's because it was black. It was black.
Pitch black. It was night. It was huge.
That's hilarious.
It looked like it was taking up half the whole. Y'all know how like on the screen.
First of all, it was stealing somebody's room service. That was the whole thing,
bro. I have to get the video. I don't know who has it. The lemur was pushing the elevator button to go upstairs. That's why because Alex swears up and down. She was like, she said she was screaming. I'm like, you weren't screaming. You probably in your brain were screaming. Out loud. You weren't, because she kept saying, she was like, yo, what's that? Yo, what's that?
She was
yo, what's
frozen.
that? I'm like, in your brain, I don't doubt that you think that you were yelling, well, yo, what's that? In reality, you weren't, baby girl. It just wasn't.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I didn't hear nobody screaming.
Oh, no
night.
Was like, yo,
that's fucking funny. She said, in your head, you were screaming.
I'm pretty sure in her head,
she probably said,
yeah, and she was like, hey, yo. But what came out your mouth wasn't that, sis. It wasn't. So then finally somebody was like, hey, yo, what's that? And we all hop up like,
I told you. That's everybody paused. That's I'm like, what are you looking at? I'm like,
yeah,
where is
you couldn't see around the corner? Yeah. Yeah, that was hilarious.
But I think it's because one of the workers went over there. Like once everybody jumped up, a worker went over there. So I don't know if he went over there to chase it or to like, see what was going on, but he never came back.
That's what the chicken wings was made out of.
The man never came back.
That was eating lemur parts. That nigga caught that lemur and put him in the kitchen.
Well, them lemur burgers were delicious.
And going into your room at night, you had to be swift because you hesitate. There would be a lizard in your room. There'd be a hermit crab in your room. There'd be some type of animal. So I literally would be like 1, 2, 3 in.
Yeah, bug, something.
No, I had nothing in my room. Now, somebody did say that they had a fucking lizard in their
Maddie.
closet.
We had moths. We had a moth, and then we had 2 big moths, and then it was a roach. I'm going to say it was a roach because it was a water bug, but I had to call my mom.
I did have one in my room, one water bug the last day.
Yeah.
Morgan found a tarantula in her room. I would have died. I would have died.
What was it on? What was it on?
Oh no, I didn't ask questions. I said no, you didn't. She said yes, I did. I said no, you didn't.
Let me tell you how quick. I need the presidential office suite. I want to be in the building.
They were all filled. Egypt and so we got preferred rooms, which, like I said,
they weren't preferred. They lied.
But they had a presidential suite, but they were all because Egypt and Odessa was trying to upgrade, but they were all booked. There was people getting married, so that's why all those suites were there. So eventually more people came, which was like, whatever. But then that's when room service and everything slowed down for real because they were catering to the marriage party, which I don't like that. We all paid our money to be here. You need to treat us all the same. Monday, Thursday, and Friday, we was your besties. Now Saturday, Sunday come, you want to treat us like trash. Don't do that. Don't do that. But overall, I would say the resort, I'll give a 7 because I really didn't take advantage of a lot of the facilities, but it was a nice view. I will say that. I will say though, you are hindering your freaking residents when you don't allow certain things to happen. I brought my drone. I just knew I was going to be able to. I waited years. I was like, oh, I'm about to get these shots. I'm about to get so excited. Literally on the last, I didn't see this. The audit was like, you have to read this. I was like, no, I don't, because if I don't read it, that means I don't know it. But they don't allow droning on the resort. Now, for the whole time, I was like, you know what, maybe not. The last day, I was like, F it. I'm about to leave anyway. What you want to do? Kick me out? I'm leaving anyway, ho. I went to go fly it. And as soon as I got it like in the air, somebody downstairs, no. And I was like,
and I would have slowly backed in my room like, no, my ass. You don't know where it's
like the Homer Simpson gif where he be backing into the bushes.
Yes.
I'm like, no, because if they shoot this out the air, this is gonna be my resort. And I don't know, y'all already had
not if
fireworks.
it's illegal to fly drones in their country, then they'll be well within their rights.
It's not in their country. They didn't want it on their resort. And I can understand, probably for security. I don't care about these people. I really don't.
That's true, because you could be all looking in people's rooms and shit.
You could do that now. I'm on the 5th floor. What's to stop me from looking to the left, to the right with my cell phone? I tell you one thing.
Dropping that cell phone because it's hard. That little ledge was far.
Wait, what'd you say? What'd you say, KG?
I went to go catch the sunrise one morning, and I saw some things on some balconies that ain't my business because they was doing their thing on their business. So what's to stop me from that and a drone? There's no difference. Everybody got cell phones, B.
I'm pretty sure that same document that told you not to fly your drone also told people not to get naked on their balconies.
No, doubtful. I doubt it.
They didn't read it either.
They know what happens. They know exactly what happens. But that's one thing I will say. I'm glad where we're going next. I've already read the website. There's no restrictions for that, so we good. Look,
because we're on the show today. Can we get like the sneak preview link dropped in the in the email for the resort?
Oh hell no! I don't want to be on here anymore.
What's behind my hand, KG?
A peace sign
back there.
A peace sign.
Read between the lines.
So I'm trying to think what else happened. Oh, so entertainment. Were y'all entertained at the resort?
We entertained ourselves.
I was gonna say we were the entertainment. Yeah.
This is my philosophy when it comes to resorts. You either give us something to do or we gonna give you something to do.
No.
So entertain us or we gonna entertain you. I'm just
and we do it every single year.
Entertain us or we're going to entertain you. We gonna give you something
we usually roll 200 deep plus. There was 110 of us here. And y'all really gonna be like, well, resort. No, we made a way out of nowhere. Game nights were lit. They will always be lit. Let's go.
I was asleep. I was occupied.
Nah, game night always turns into some shenanigans.
Occupied.
What was the name of the card game? What was
it? Shout out to it's a black card game too. Hella awkward. I saw it on Instagram one night, bought it, and that was one of my favorite nights there. So basically, I brought Hella Awkward and I brought Oxgod. We didn't get to play Oxgod. We're playing Oxgod at the cabin trip, so we're gonna play that.
Well, Shasta ain't gonna be there, so I don't care.
I'm gonna be there. I can't wait because I missed all the cabin trip is my making for all the late night games and all the late night stuff I missed in Panama. I'm gonna make up for it at the cabin. I already told you I'm bringing a gallon of Douce.
How far is the thing from the airport?
What airport? BWI?
No, from the cabin trip.
What airport?
Clearly I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. BWI,
how you gonna say the airport and don't know what airport you're talking about?
Yeah, it's probably. You
mean DCI or BWI?
It's
I don't know. If y'all got multiple airports, tell me how far it is from each airport.
It's 3.5 hours from my house.
Are you by the airport?
I can fly out of 3 airports if I want to. None of them less than 30 minutes. No, none of them less than 30 minutes from me.
So about 4 hours
from every airport.
No, it's probably about 5 hours from Dulles.
Oh.
Because Dulles is about an hour.
5 hours from Douglas. It's 5. I'm in New Jersey. It's 5 hours from me.
Yeah, but Dulles is far as shit. Dulles is an hour from.
So pretty much everybody is driving to this cabin.
Drive all the way to fucking
Dulles. We're all. No,
okay.
It's,
Okay. That's why I'm like, that's my question.
Everybody's driving.
Yeah, they want to go to Deep Creek.
Clearly.
First of all,
Anywho,
I've never even heard of Deep Creek, but whatever.
Neither have I.
Well, then
Everybody
more
heard
reason
the
for you to
Poconos,
go.
though.
Deep Creek is fun. It's like there are very
just like the Poconos.
It's not the Poconos. The Poconos is not as fun as Deep Creek. Deep Creek's like 40 minutes from Frostburg University.
Well, whose university?
Frostburg.
So yeah, I'm from California.
She is.
And then I lived in Georgia. All this up north.
And the A up on it.
I don't know nothing. Nothing.
It's like really close to Virginia. Have you heard of Massanutten?
Massanutten? Or nothing?
Virginia?
No. Let's just move on. I'm upset.
Yeah. Okay, but so entertainment, being game nights are lit. I'm very excited. So I remember, we had one game night. I think it was impromptu because I'm like, when we supposed to be playing games, everybody came downstairs and we were just.
Oh yeah, because I told everybody to bring their games downstairs. We're having game night.
I was like, hey guys, weren't we supposed to have a game night? And then Key was like, hey, yo, Key, hey, yo, we about to take shots, have a game night. Blah, 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 blah. So we had a game night and I brought Hella Awkward. So basically, it's just a bunch of questions that you ask either individual or group, which a lot of us were going to do a group session. That was some of the funniest content I have ever witnessed in my life. When Shorty was like, she watches delivery driver porn, I was like,
like that's a subject.
And she was serious. Yo, also, well, I won't say that because let me not say that because I'm pretty sure she was joking, but people
let's
when they get drunk,
let's not.
Yeah. When people get drunk, they say a lot of things. I'm just like, yo, you gotta pull it back, Shorty.
Let's just say consent is real.
No means no.
No means no. Okay? No means no.
Period. Poo. I need to get a what's the name of that? But game night was lit. And everybody kept fluctuating in and out. So it was 5 people, then it was 10 people, then it was like 4 people, then it was 15 people. Shout out to Mira once again, who was standing on people's furniture.
I was muted this whole time. Talking to y'all. Y'all ain't even tell me.
You were muted?
You ain't hear me talk about consent?
No.
Clearly, because I was muted. It's okay.
But while game night was also happening, every night people went to the pool / beach and were skinny dipping.
Now we're gonna talk about the no-see-ums because that's how most people got bit.
Okay, so let me make y'all big because I didn't go to the pool. I only went to the pool. Well, I went to the pool twice, but I never went in the pool because I didn't want to. And I didn't go to the beach. Oh wait, I don't want to do that. Hold on, wait.
I did not touch one piece of sand.
Me neither.
Because I already know how the sand be having secret creatures that you go home and be finding little bite marks from. I purposely did not go on the beach and still ended up with 2 legs full of fucking bites. Today is the 26th. They just stopped itching yesterday.
So they're gonna speak on the pool and beach experience. All right, go ahead, y'all.
Well, the pool experience was cool. Like the pool was actually nice. Now I feel like they needed more cabanas and seating around it, but outside of that, everything was, like a normal pool or whatever. The beach is literally right there. So it's like the pool, some stairs, the beach. I did not go on the beach, even though Ty was doing like yoga and like sunrise yoga and meditation. I didn't go on the beach because I felt like that water looked dirty. And
yeah, the water, it didn't.
I'm not used to that. I'm not used to dirty water going to a different country, so I wasn't going.
The Panamanian water wasn't dirty, but that water looked a little.
It wasn't.
There was barges. There was barges out and about.
That's true. Hey, so we was literally, y'all. You can see the ships. So I know they be dumping hella stuff in the ocean. So that's probably why the water looks so dirty. And we're also on the side of where it like washes in and we're like the flood part. So that's probably why the water looked like that. But I wasn't willing to, endanger my life and her life, going in that water. So yeah, we're not doing that.
Yeah, by my room there was the little patio thing in the water where like there was no stairs or anything. So I'm assuming that you're supposed to swim up to it when the water is higher because it was just in the water. Just,
yeah.
You know
It looked like a fortress.
Yeah, like
it was just like a little, it looks like a tree house in the water.
Yeah. And I was like, bro, like that, if that's how high the water gets to get like that's high as shit.
So this is the water how it looks coming into Panama. This is Panama right here.
That wasn't the water we had at the resort.
That's not the water we had. I'll show you the water we had in a second.
Yeah, the water we had at the resort was not that clear.
Yeah. The beach was dark as hell.
As far it was 3 pools, like I said, like we said, the preferred was not the preferred. It was not.
You know what? Now let's think about this because you made me think you said that you wish the pool had more cabanas. The preferred pool had a lot of cabanas, so maybe because we're talking about they don't really be getting in the water. They be chilling in the cabanas by the pool. So maybe that's why it's preferred because they didn't expect people to get into the pool. That's the only thing I can think of because even the other one is close to the food.
I'm over it. No, it's a no. It's a no.
And this is what our water looks like.
Dirty.
So think about the water you just saw. And then look at this. And as you can see, if you look out into can I zoom into the smidge?
Yeah, on the right side.
I'm going to say, you can see the ships right there.
Yeah, you see the ships out in the back. Yep. You see the little hut in the bottom right corner?
Bridges are ships.
There's the little hut. There we go.
Yeah.
And there's no water. You see all the rocks and stuff? Yeah. There's no stairs over there either. I walk.
Oh, really? You can't get up there?
No, you have to like
when the water is high enough, you can swim or paddle because they have the kayaks right there. You can either swim or paddle out there. I don't know where you tie the kayaks to, but yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, when we did the booze cruise and we drove past all of the trade ships, I was like,
it took a second. I was like, what the?
I was like, okay, this is different scenery.
Yeah, so excursion. So that was the resort. That was our experience. Those no-see-ums bear. I didn't get not one bite from a no-see-um, from a chitterling. What were they called? Chiggers. I didn't get none of that. I made sure I was sprayed up and prayed up every time I left my door.
So I got sweet meat, so I was bit regardless.
Me too. From the kneecap down, I got maybe a total of like 20 per leg. Now that's not crazy.
I didn't get that many.
No. That's not even a lot. The thick K,
you these like little defense.
Her back,
her arm, her back. Yo, she clearly she was
Erica.
Clearly, she was skinny dipping and rolling in the damn beach because
her back was
everywhere.
Now I did get one on my back that was like it butts.
They got her, man. They got my wet
on my back, but I was trying to figure out how I got bit on my back. I was covered the whole time.
Gil looked like he had measles. I was like, "Don't touch me." They got his arms good, dog.
They got his legs too. Everybody, like they got my wet too. People,
they got my wet.
So the skinny dippers and the late night beach combers all got bit.
All got bit.
I was like, dang.
Evidence right there on your body.
I only went to the pool, and the night that I did go to the pool, I had on long sleeve.
Yeah, you did.
So I wasn't playing. Like you can bite my leg, but you can't bite my arm.
And how chill
you
and
bite my leg,
and Mir's fucking entrance with his theme music and his speech.
Juan, that's hilarious. Juan.
Yo, and how he was ducking from the staff.
Also, if y'all play Pokemon Go, this was a great resort to be at. It had hella
because KG was over there catching them all.
I was. They'd be like, KG, what you doing? I'm playing Pokemon Go. Beating these 12-year-olds, you feel me? I had that resort on lock. Wasn't nobody seeing me. Me and Hulk was going at it every day.
I believe it.
If I wasn't beating them kids up, I was beating him up. And then he'd beat me up and we go back and forth. So yeah. But now back to excursion. So I was the only one who went on Teddy went to the booze cruise, but we'll talk about that. I went to me and Juan. There was like it's called the Gamboa Rain Tour. Or Rainforest Tour. So basically it was 3 parts. We got to go on an aerial tram. We got to see butterflies and sloths and whatever other insects. there was this tall ass observation tower that I couldn't make it up. I have a low grade fear of heights, but high grade. Like if I'm in something, I'm good. Like the tram, I didn't have an issue with, but having to walk up this mile high thing and the boards were creaking, absolutely not. I'm out. And then
when y'all told me that was a part of the excursion, that's when I was like, oh no, I'm good. I'm not going on that.
Our translator, our tour guide, he was like, oh no, it's fine, it's fine. And I said, Jaime, because his name was Jaime. I said, this is gonna go one of two ways. I'm gonna leave and you're gonna let me leave. I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna make you let me leave. I'm not being funny. Get out my way. He was like, oh, my friend. I'm sorry. I was like, yeah, I was like, you're cool and all, and I understand you want me to experience this, but either I'm going to leave on my own accord or I'm going to leave by force. You're not keeping me up here. I need to get down. And he was like, oh, sorry, my friend. I was like, yeah, I want you to know I'm not trying to be, oh, maybe no, I'm leaving. Because it was just, my heart started racing. I was like, oh, my gosh. It was scary, man. I was like, I don't know how people went up there. And it was like the boards were, I think that's what it was. It had been like metal and I felt more secure. Yeah. It was like a creek and you would see dust and there was spider webs. I was like, anyway, but the tour was great. We got to go through the jungle. You'll see it in my YouTube video. It's funny how first world we are. We're like, hey, to cut these damn trees, yo. They smacked us in the face. We're in the jungle. What do you expect? We went on a monkey ride where the lady was like, oh, the monkeys are cool, but don't let them bite you or don't let them, if they touch you, don't touch them back. They might have rabies. So you're feeding them when you're not said, you said you weren't supposed to feed them, letting them come to us. And she was like, oh, they're fine. They're fine. Didn't you just say a monkey bit you? And you talking about let them touch us? Yeah.
And they got rabies.
Right. And they got rabies. And you want me to do
and
what?
then one of the tour guides was just, it was fun, but it was so early. Like, and I get why, because we did a lot in the time we were gone. Never again. Next, when we go to, oh, this is coming on Sunday. Yeah, y'all know when we're going next time. I'm making sure every excursion that I do starts at 12. But that was the Gamboa tour. It was fun. I learned a lot.
Excited.
I experienced a lot. Boom, Panama, we out there. Now, we typically have a massive group excursion called the Booze Cruise. We started that back in the DR.
Mm-hmm.
But due to COVID, we had to separate a little bit. Sasha, because of her injury, unfortunately couldn't make it this year, but she is well aware of what happened. So me and Teddy went. So Teddy,
did you just call her Sasha?
I said Shasta.
No,
I did.
Sasha.
Oh snap! I'm sorry. I meant Shasta.
I was like, who the fuck is Sasha? Well,
you sure?
I was gonna let her have it. She was in the middle of a story.
My bad, Shasta. That's who I'm talking to. That's who I was speaking with. Shasta, you would feel me. But Teddy, all right. So speak about from when we actually were getting onto the Booze Cruise in Panama.
So we had to. What we had to do? They checked our bags before we got on because apparently there's like it's a big
that was weird.
area.
We had to take a picture of our passports.
Yeah, we had to show them that. Basically more custom shit, right? Don't be bringing no drugs, whatever.
Wait, let me pause you real quick. That's a lot. In Panama, they are all about, because apparently it's a high drug hub. So
and trafficking.
And trafficking. So everything we do, even at the Gamboa, we had to give them our names, our passport numbers. We had to give them our cell phone numbers. Like Panama really locks. It's you can enjoy. You don't feel like you're like restrained, but you do realize that this is. Not no place.
You ain't snatching nobody, and you ain't getting nothing out.
Yep.
Yeah, like don't play around. Don't go to no Panamanian jail. We'll talk about that soon. But go
ahead. I know how I feel about foreign jails. Okay, we're not doing Mexican jails. We're not doing no fucking Panamanian jails. No Croatian jails. No French jails. We don't even do American jails. But if you're going to do a jail, do it here. Okay, get you out here.
Yeah.
You know the rules.
We won't do no stealing, no smuggling, none of that.
Let me tell you, I'll be quick. I don't know those people.
Look,
I ain't with them.
If we end up in Dubai, put on some clothes, okay? But we don't do foreign jails. We do not.
Absolutely not. But we will roll for you. If we're in the right or in the wrong, we'll fight with you, but we're not fighting for you at the jail.
But I will not pay the bribe for you. Okay, we're not going to talk about their cruise and paying the bribe for the liquor and the Anyway, so once we just showed them, it was quick to just get on the boat. We had two boats. There was a small boat that was supposed to do
no. There were two ocean vehicles. There was a catamaran.
It was supposed to be a small boat, but they ended up having a full-fledged fucking Beyonce yacht. Okay,
so there's two groups of people she's going to talk about: the catamaran and the yacht. The catamaran and the yacht. Just keep that in mind. Go ahead, Teddy.
So we were on the catamaran. Okay. So that was the one, because of the COVID restrictions, we had to break up our group. Usually we'll do one big catamaran and whatever. We got on the catamaran. We got drinks like we usually do after the safety briefing and stuff. People laid out on the nets. We were just drinking for a while, listening to music. The one thing that I will say is I always forget. Well, first of all, Joey can't never not come to another trip because he's always the DJ. Okay. Mm-hmm. And nobody thought about downloading a playlist and stuff because Joey always does it.
Keyquan was the DJ. So we did think about that. Oh, but guess what? No. There's no two Keyquans.
No. Okay. Joey needs to bring his ass because he always keep the music going. And this time the music was a struggle. Now I tried my best, but I don't download music to my phone. That is what the cloud is for. Okay. Mm-hmm. The cloud is for music, not download. So we was on some Meg Thee Stallion, some Cash Doll.
I liked it.
I loved it. It was one of my favorite playlists.
Were you on the big boat or the little boat?
I was with Teddy. I was big boat.
Big boat, but technically the smaller of the two because the yacht was huge. It was like when I say when I'm saying a yacht, you know how our boat was a catamaran for yacht week.
Right.
When we're talking about like the expensive yachts that like Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous, like that's the type of shit. That was the small boat.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
So don't get me wrong, the catamaran was nice. I liked it was nice. Laying out, enjoying. But then when the catamaran pulls up, when the little boat pulls up and it's a 3-story yacht.
Yeah. So this is what happened. So we're going out, right? And so the plan was to go to the backside of the island to jump in the water and like the actual pool of the actual body of water to swim, to jump off the catamaran, have fun, water play. And then we were supposed to, after about an hour or so, go to the front side of the beach and explore the town, go to the actual beach where the sand is, get some food, get some drink. The little boat, the yacht, they had a delay in their departure. So
they had to find them a boat. And
we were more than halfway to the backside of the beach and they hadn't left yet. So when we finally were ready to leave, they were like, oh, we're about 15 minutes away. Now, mind you, this is communication through Discord between Jaren and KG. And the people that are on our boat, steering our boat, the captain and stuff, like they're asking for information and all this stuff. And I'm like, well, look.
Yeah, I was stressed. I was like,
one, I'm not even on the committee. Okay. 2, let me get some answers.
Listen, we are subcommittee at this point. Okay. We're subcommittee because people be asking questions and we answer them.
We do. Yeah. So we finally, they're finally like, oh, we see y'all. And we look out and we're like, we don't see no little boat. It's a fucking big ass yacht over there. And it was like, that's them. And I was like, we were like, no, they got a little boat, not a yacht. No, it was them. It was this big ass fucking yacht with like what are them big yachts where like the top is like the top, and then there's a middle area, then there's a down, all that shit got windows. That's what the motherfuckers was on.
They had a full-blown grill.
So when we get to we waited for them. They were coming to like put their anchor down or whatever, but they were too close. Yeah, they were too close. So our captain was like, they have to move back some so that there's no issues with the pulling out or whatever. Instead of just backing up, they left, and we're like, okay, we've literally been waiting for y'all for like 45 minutes. We could have been in the town, like exploring, and y'all motherfuckers just dipped the fuck out. So we was like, all right, fine, fuck it. We moved.
So by the time we got to the island, we only had an hour.
Like we only had an hour, which basically was enough time to walk to the beach, sit down for about 10 or 20 minutes or get in the beach water for about 10 or 20 minutes, find something to drink or something to eat, and then go back.
Literally.
But the food was good in town.
Now the island, hey, I can't complain.
In town. It was hot as shit, but it was delicious. Like
that
it was. I wish we would have had more time
God.
in the town. Yeah, it was really nice, and everything was cheap. And it was cheap. It was not expensive at all.
Panama is I don't say it's a cheap town, but the dollar, even though they use USD, it stretches. Like Ubers, food, they were giving you whole.
The Uber was $5.
They were giving you
to go like 20 minutes,
and I mean stuffed plates,
pineapples full of everything for the low, like cheap.
I'm like, so if y'all wanna make a dollar stretch, go to Panama, dog. They got you.
Mm-hmm.
So this was the island.
It was
First of all, the weather there, can't complain at all.
It was so great.
Look at the sun. You see the sunshine? Like, this island is Tobago, so it's a popular island. Also, like I said, because of COVID restrictions, you always had to keep that mask on you. It was very annoying when it was hot as hell outside, but we get it. So these are some of the views. There was more people on the island. I thought, honestly, I mean, the beach, I didn't think it was going to be this crowded. I don't want to say it wasn't really crowded, but I can play this.
Yeah, now I will say the beach, the thing about the beach when we got there, right, was there were a lot of people on the beach. The beach wasn't huge, but it wasn't small.
Yeah, it wasn't.
They had, because of the excursion, they had a whole section of chairs and with umbrellas blocked off for us. So we literally could have taken everyone from both boats to that section, and everyone would.
And that was supposed to happen. They kept saying, we got more chairs, we got umbrellas for you. And as y'all can see, there goes the city. So the city is the heart of Panama. Like, there's really not a way you can really see the city from almost anywhere that Panama is.
Yeah.
The skyline is nice. It is really nice.
It is. It's beautiful. I got better pictures than this. So this is what they were in. Oh, dang. You could
No. That's a small version of what they were in. That's not even their boat.
I'm trying to see, because I think I saw their thing at one time.
It's that one.
Oh,
that's in the right corner. Yeah, that is their boat.
This is
that's the little boat.
This is the little boat.
Oh no, wait, no, that's white people. But still,
that's not no little boat.
Close, right. It was like, now I will say it, like this second level here was like the windows were taller, but that is the size of their boat. That's their little boat.
And as you can see, there's still the canal is everything. You still see barges around. It took a minute for us not to see barges. I was snap.
Yeah, you might want to close that.
It's me and my bathing suit. Yo, hold on. Now I gotta.
Okay.
What nobody even said anything if you didn't snap.
Right.
It's me and my bathing suit, guys. There's nothing. See, it's me and my bathing suit.
That you were supposed to go put on that night for the pool party.
You got multiples.
So back to
a little razzle dazzle,
a little shake that ain't.
Okay, so back to the boat. What happened?
So then we get back on the boat and we go back to the buses or the sprinters or whatever to go back to the hotel.
All fell asleep.
Of course, on the way back, we're always sleeping. But they serve food.
That shit
now,
was trash.
After seeing what the small boat had, we have come to the conclusion that one boat had all the meat and the other boat had all the sides.
Yeah.
Because what they had on their grill, it looked delicious. What we had was I gotta make all this touch to taste good type of plate. Like it was. We was hungry and we was drunk, so we got eaten for the most part, but it was not okay. Was that Cabo? Cabo was probably my favorite booze cruise, but the food on Cabo, like
trash.
The better parts of that is what the other boat had.
I'm trying to think what Cabo.
Because remember,
we had that was the crema. That was the crema dilemma.
The creamer. Oh, that's when Hawk and
Oh
Mo
yeah,
got engaged.
the sour. Well, they didn't have the sour cream for they had the taco bar at the bar,
Yeah.
right? Yeah,
But no sour cream,
but the
no
food
creamer.
was good. But the food
And the
was
twerk
delicious.
competition.
The
I
food
don't
was
remember
delicious,
travel that much.
and the meat was grilled well, right?
Yeah.
I don't even. Did we even have meat on our boat this year? I don't remember.
They had that little chicken, whatever.
Clearly, I don't know. All I know is when we got back to the hotel, I ate.
Bro, seriously. I was trying to call an Uber Eats or something, but it was like 2 hours away. I'm like, you're kidding me. Why would you even put that on my screen?
Why would you put that on my screen?
Who's waiting 2 hours if I'm trying to eat now? Like, duh, what is going on?
So I will say the booze cruise, and I'm going to blame it on COVID and us not having to separate because separating wasn't an option.
Defense, we tried to get together. He even said he'd pay the fine. Honestly, so
they wouldn't let us. They wouldn't.
There was some random man on our trip, on our boat, which I was like, bro.
Apparently, his name was Mike. He was somebody.
Swinger,
He was a part of a swingers couple, but he was on the boat by himself. He was on the booze cruise by himself. There was no other half of this couple.
John thought that was Key's stepfather.
I did too because I've seen her.
Why would he be with Key? Key was.
But I saw her mom. I never saw her stepdad until the day we were taking pictures.
But I'm like, Jaren, if that's the case, why was he on our boat and not hers?
Because the original small boat was supposed to be for jet skis, so it made sense to me. It made sense to me.
Well, y'all made it. Y'all here. It's fine.
We here.
I enjoyed the views. I got great footage. Once we cleared the embargoes, the barges, it was beautiful.
I like you know us, Shasta. No matter where we are, we're gonna have a good time.
We're gonna have a great time.
We're gonna enjoy the ride. We're gonna make sure we get drinks. So
we turn our music on.
Huh?
They was playing all this Spanish music. I'm like, it's beautiful, but I can't understand this. We gotta
we gonna make it do what it do, and we did. Like the little group that we had at our table, like Jazz and Ty and Gilly, and they were like, we had a really good this little group a really good group. Like they started jumping off the boat. When we did dock in the pool area. The
fun.
GoPro was going. People was taking pictures. People was throwing hooks and jumping off the boat. It was fun. It was a good time. I enjoyed myself. Now, was it
It wasn't what people were promised
that it usually is.
It's not the usual.
No, but
once again,
do I ever twerk anyway? Trip. No, so it didn't make a difference.
Well, you've been known to back that ass up a little bit.
I will back that ass up. I will throw that thing in a circle, but I will not twerk it. I'm just saying.
But it wasn't what people had in their mind. Once again, a lot of the restrictions we had were due to COVID, so we can't.
COVID and her damn children.
This was
COVID
the first
and all her variants
that we took that was within the restrictions of COVID. So for our first trip back out the gate, I don't think it was that bad.
Yeah, no. For the first trip out the gate, it was. I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm gonna take it away. I'm gonna take 1 point away because it could have been better.
It could. I'm going to give it an 8. Only because, and the only reason I'm giving it an 8 is because we did Yachtnik in the pandemic.
And okay, I'll drop my number to 8.
I mean, that was
because Yachtnik.
Shout out to Jeremy.
But also
another level of with the shits, okay?
But let's keep it on a scales perspective. That was like a $5,000 trip compared to what, this $1,500 at best?
First of all,
y'all went to Europe. There is a difference. We went to Panama.
First of all, but I'm talking about but because of like the COVID vibe, like that trip was a different experience. Absolutely. However, there were still that shit was fucking lit. I mean, there's no way to shoot. It was lit. So that was a 10. I can't give this a 9 in comparison to that because
that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
I give it an 8 because we always have room for improvement.
Yeah,
it was an 8.
It was definitely. I would give it an 8 for sure. For sure. And I will say that this year, because y'all know I don't really I don't really engage with a lot of people outside of the people I already know. Y'all be like, so and so, I don't know them. This year, I will say that there was a more of a we know each other.
Everybody was calm too.
Yeah, like we all were familiar with each other
because we all were trying to stay non-sick. Like,
yeah,
and that's everybody was like, up until we took the test to leave, and I'm going to talk about that because that was one of the reasons why I was 8. This resort was wildly anyway. I'll talk about that in a second. Everybody was like, it's like, hey, we want to party, but it's like, but we still gotta leave, and we still know that one false move. So I felt like that was always in the back of people's minds. So while we were together, and we did unmask it and go raw and stuff, I don't feel like we got too crazy.
Not go
raw breath. But the resort, I will give you a ding for the whole process of trying to get a COVID test. Horrible.
Well, I wouldn't say it was horrible. I will say that it could have been better. However, we've already established that they were not prepared for a group of our size.
Don't matter.
Plus, they had a wedding there and a wedding.
They weren't even the same day. They got there and they weren't leaving until like the week later, or like because the wedding wasn't until they got there Saturday. The wedding wasn't until Tuesday or Wednesday, something like that.
Yeah, but they still require staff to prepare for that event while managing COVID testing for 100 and something people. Who are 100 people leaving the same day. You know what I'm saying? Versus 100 people leaving throughout the week. Like I also didn't sit downstairs all damn day waiting for my test, but I did. I thought it was decent.
It was unorganized, and it was just too much going on. That's what I feel like. Because the hospital people came late. Yeah, so that's what threw everything off. Then they said it was appointment based. Then they said we're going by a list. But then they had chairs for people to sit down. So it was just a lot of confusion. And I think because no one would attack them. That's the thing. Like no one was telling them like y'all need to hurry up and do this. Like people were really just sitting there. But I think because we gave them anxiety because of just the number of us.
Yeah.
So then they started running around like chickens with their head cut off on their own, while we was just like, we just want y'all to start. Like we don't care how y'all do it. We just want y'all to start.
I can see that. Well, I will say
they were trying to yell. Yeah. And it was like, bro, can't nobody hear you. We had to take over.
And then on top of that, you're not pronouncing any of these names. Your accent is thick, and you're not pronouncing these names. Like, let us just help you.
The only frustration I had with testing was I had to reschedule my massage for that day. But it was well worth it because that was one of the best massages that I have had.
I am still upset that I could not do that
in a very long time. Like I got the deep tissue massage and an extra 25-minute foot massage. And when I tell you, baby, I didn't bring a ton of cash with me like I normally do, but I definitely cashed out on my masseuse because she was wonderful and the sauna was amazing.
Yeah, anytime, like my first massage was with Teddy in Cabo. Yep.
In Cabo, we did the beach massage. That shit was great.
So that's why I'm mad that I couldn't do any of anything that required me to do movement in stomach. I could not do. So, but the jacuzzi was cool, even though
it wasn't clean,
a little sketchy.
It wasn't clean.
It was still cool though.
It was a little sketchy.
So when I got in the sauna, I said, "Damn, me and Shasta should have gotten the sauna instead of the."
I thought about that too. Like we should have gotten the sauna, but
yeah,
we was either there at that point. Once we realized the jacuzzi was not jacuzzi worthy, we was like, we got to go.
We got to go.
Hey, Shasta, it's you.
That's me.
It was on your Founders Day.
Yes.
What is that? Why? Is it easy?
Yes.
Why, bro? Yo. So I don't understand. I don't know who picked her for camerawoman.
That was a cute. No, look, KG won by. It wasn't even competition. Did you feel me? But overall,
the disrespect of you telling her that she's gonna be your assistant next year, though.
No, Lex was taking great photos. Like that wasn't to be disrespectful. I can't be.
She didn't want to be your assistant. She wanted to win best behind the camera.
Oh well, we just split it. Because after me, it was her, but it was like me, then her, and then nobody else.
Flex.
But she did great. And then mind you, it was on the iPhone. I was like, girl, you did that. I multiple times I gave her props. But no,
I mean, I'm just saying that should be evidence that you don't have to carry your gun case every year.
No, but they were nice photos on the iPhone. But then there's this camera that you're looking at right now. So
she said quality over
convenience. Because it's convenient for me just to have an iPhone. But then there's this.
Well, on my screen, you look a little blurry.
Yeah, because it's your screen, ain't my camera. And I didn't even bring my big camera. Now, I could have brought out the Sony A7 III, but I like to travel with this. This is good. But anywho, I enjoyed myself. This is the first time I personally been out the country since all this bull crap popped off. I enjoyed myself thoroughly. It was too short. Next year, I'm going a day early and I'm leaving a day late. Yes. It was just too short. I agree. That's one of the things that threw me off. I was like, dang, I don't like it.
Just got here and it's time to go, right?
Yeah.
Just think about the cabin trip. Like the cabin trip is the same amount of days, pretty much, and minus
but
one.
because y'all are on land and not going anywhere, it's gonna be long.
Well, we were on land this time too.
Nah, but it was still activities. Mm-hmm. The cabin trip is gonna be like you're here.
I just hope we don't get pissed off.
Go to the ski resort. You can go skiing, snowboarding.
Who's really gonna all do that?
I'm actually going because remember I'm going.
Yeah,
anyway,
we were all set on Poconos, and here come Teddy. Why don't y'all go to Deer Park? I'm gonna be there with my family. Whatever.
Well, no. First of all, y'all didn't even. I was unaware, as Egypt was, that there was even a trip being planned until y'all were in the voice chat talking about it. I was like, oh, well, when was this planned? I was like, oh,
I still don't know about
this. Is what happened. So we went to Philly two years ago. Then the last year we were supposed to go.
They ain't got nothing to do with
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you how it came about. So then last year we were supposed to meet up, and of course, all that shit popped off. Mm-hmm. So we had to cancel that. So then this year we get back. I was like, oh, okay. And I jokingly said, so we're about to run that trip back. And then next thing you know, we're going to the Poconos.
Well, I missed that whole conversation wherever it was held. I'm assuming in Discord.
It was in the East Coast link.
No, nobody uses that, and nobody added anyone. Nobody mentioned the whole group. It was a conversation between those who were active in that moment. So when we got in the voice chat and y'all was like talking about planning, and I was like, oh, well, when is this trip? And y'all were like, oh, it gave the dates. I was like, oh, I'll be on a ski trip the week after that. Then I looked at my dates and was like, no, actually, I'll be there that week. And I was like, hey, why don't y'all do Deep Creek so I can go? Deep Creek is better than Poconos anyway, because like Shasta said, like somebody said, it's just a bunch of white people out there. And from there was a vote, and Deep Creek won, and KG didn't want to go anymore.
And Shasta still ain't going, so we can talk about the next.
Oh no, KG's going. She's going. She's coming.
That was hot. I'm like, we always have to go to the ends of the earth just to like y'all come up here. Daggone. That's why for the
whatever the next thing is, I won't suggest anything, and I'll come up north and I'll pick somebody up. I'll do all the things. Okay. All the things. But Deep Creek's gonna be great because me and my family have a house.
The house does look nice. I will say that.
Okay.
The house looks nice.
You know what I realized? We've stayed in that house before. That's
what they said. Ricky birthday.
No, Ricky stayed in that one too before his birthday. But the year I conceived Xavier in Deep Creek, in that house.
Were you in a king or queen room? Because I
was in a king room. No, I was in a queen room upstairs. I was in an upstairs queen room upstairs queen room.
I have a lower queen room. As long as I got a room, that's all I care about. Me and Jazz, we're gonna be in that thing.
I looked at those pictures and I was like, this was our house when my family went. We went during Halloween time because we went to the area. There was like this little roller coaster and a haunted house, and it was great. But yes, Perkins. Cool. There's this little diner called Perkins. They have the bomb.
They have a Perkins in Jersey. They got bomb pancakes.
They're pumpkin muffins.
Shasta, you look so tired.
Oh my gosh.
We gotta wrap it up. Shasta is barely hanging on. All right, y'all, but that was been our Panama trip. That's how I'm gonna start it off. As you can see, great things happening this year. I finally decided, because I was gonna use my webcam, but I said, you know what, for the first episode, We're gonna do it big, and probably gonna keep this quality throughout the year. But as you can see, my guests, they were popping, they were lit. If you want to come with us on a trip, I'll link everything below how you can get
Use my
involved.
name. It's Shasta.
No, use my name. It's
Use
Teddy.
my referral. My name. My name
Right,
right there.
Need the
right
referrals.
There, right there.
So Teddy, where can everybody find you at? Hold on, let me make you big. Hold on, wait,
Find me on
Don't say nothing
Instagram.
yet. Don't say nothing yet.
Oh.
Okay, go.
Oh, there we go. You can find me mostly on Instagram at Teddy Renee, just like spelled in my name, or send me a DM and you can join my Discord server if you're looking for a new job or how to negotiate a job or want to get into tech or interested in service now because that's my jam, or just want to make more money because that's my shit. Helping Black women specifically make more money so that y'all can go on these trips. Okay.
Teddy did my resume, and I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 interviews this week, and I got 2 job offers pending. So
love it. We love to see it.
She knows what she's doing. Okay, not even trying to bump like big her up. She knows what she's talking about. So hit her up. All right, Shasta, you're next. Let's see. Boom.
I know I look like an old lady, but it's fine. You can follow me at Logical Gypsy. I also have a side business called The Umbrella Friend, which pretty much helps people with budgeting their personal finances and getting your life, back on track. I also help people. I build itineraries. So if you don't want to do the research for your own trip, I can do it for you and, have a great time. And then, in there's a link in the bio. You can click whatever you want in that. But yeah, I look way better on my Instagram. So don't worry about this Sealy right now, because let me tell you, my hair is popping. I'm gold.
It is popping.
All
right.
Yeah, that's all I have to say.
Okay. And then last but not least, as y'all know, I'm your girl, Miss Finesse. We out here doing it BIG. Where's my drawing at? Oh, snap. Where's my overlay? Oh, here it is. So, of course, you can follow me. Everything right there. You see it. Listen to me on Apple. Actually, a lot of y'all listen to me. I'm looking at my analytics on Amazon Radio or Amazon Podcasts. Thanks. Thank y'all for doing that. So yeah, keep it moving and grooving. As you know, I drop an episode every Sunday. Now I say every Sunday, but starting in February is going to be every Sunday because January I just need a little bit of time. You feel me? And yeah, that's it. So as I say every week, this was a specialty episode. I thank my guests so much for coming on. Y'all been amazing. Y'all been great. But like I say, a little shank-a-dink. This is the beginning of season 4. You feel me? Episode 1. We out here doing it BIG. And, we're going to keep it rocking. But as I say every week, whether I give you an ounce, a gallon, or a liter, everything I say is 100% real. So with that being said, thank y'all for tuning in. This was live. If you want to catch more lives, you're going to have to join the Patreon. And excuse me, my bad. Yeah, but
we should end it with the cunt call.
End it with the what?
The cunt call.
So thank you guys for tuning in. You have a great afternoon. Bye. And broadcast.